All right. I am trying to set this up. Can you guys hear me and see me? Haha. It's me. Oh no, Otto, you're not late. I'm a bit early. So, hi Cyan and Paulo and Heather and Grace, hi. And Tsukabu is here too, and Otto and Avery. Yay. I hope you don't pick up too much of the background noise because it's really hot, so I have the window open and I have a fan working, and I just hope that it's not picking up too much. Hi Genevieve and Stephen. Oh no, don't break me. Hi Victor. Okay, so today it's a bit different. This is a digital stream in a way because I wanted to be working on some hamster stickers. I was reminded of these because I was looking through my stuff, and then I remembered that it was Otto's birthday this week. So I was like, okay, good, the audio is fine. I was like, it's Otto's birthday, so maybe I should, you know, get these stickers done. Are Hamstickers made from bacon? Yikes! Well, possibly. Maybe Hamsticker is bacon. Yep, that was mystery. I don't think he was aware of that. Oh no, Heather! Oh no. Yeah. Sorry, it's a bit. I'm not super savvy when it comes to the audio stuff. Alright, so I was setting up this file so I could work on the hamster stickers. Start with them. Hold on, let me work this out. Okay. Yeah, you caught a slight glimpse of mystery, and you, as you were able to see, is a fairly standard kind of dude. Should would you guys prefer if I disabled the cursor? Because I think that's something I can do. Like, you wouldn't see my cursor. I don't know if is it visible? Maybe not. So I was trying to remember what kind of hamster jazz is so I could grab a couple of references. But for the life of me, my memory is failing me. So I was like, I don't know. Okay, did I miss a question? It's much easier to view. What is the use of upper rose in a palette? It's really great for mixing. On its own, it is a bit too neon, but as a mixing color, it's pretty neat. It's usually made from pigment PR122 and a fluorescent dye. So yeah. So I am using Photoshop to draw to draw these, but even if it's not, you know, the best software for drawing, especially if you haven't done any warm-ups before, which is really something I perhaps should have done. Crinkle, crackle, crickle. He's also wearing his human costume well. Yeah. Oh, okay, Syrian hamster. Hold on, I gotta grab it. A few references. I was trying to find it and I couldn't juggle my memory. Syrian hamsters. So I will set this up just to grab a couple of pictures, just to get a, like, if I'm stuck, I will be able to access those as reference. I think this one is one of the pictures I use, possibly. No, okay, let's do this then. Copy, paste. No, I haven't. I've actually gained weight. So this is why I put the camera to be so bright, so that you will all miss on all this pudgy stuff going on. Not easy working from home and being an anxious person, I'm telling you. Question, is it okay if upper rose is made with the dye? I guess. I don't know what CI 45410 is. I'm using Photoshop. I'm paying through the nose for the full package, so yeah. So yeah, when it comes to using picture for references, just like that, I just grab anything off Google, because I'm not gonna use these as, you know, pose references a lot, or it's just, if I'm like, oh, what's the shape of the ears? I don't remember. I can go check it out. Oh, it's more rounded than I thought, so I can, you know, edit my drawing to fit what I'm seeing. That's just the point of these. Oh, they're so cute. I should have grabbed pictures of Jazz. No, this is not my hamster. This is just some random hamsters. Yeah, I use Adobe Premiere for videos, and I use InDesign for comic book stuff, and Photoshop for comic book stuff too, and those are about the three softwares I use the most. I can find my way around Flash because I've used to work in animation, and yeah, that's about it. I gotta say, Flash is a messy software, and I found that Premiere and InDesign are actually really neat. But yeah, the price for the whole package deal, like the whole creative suite, is Not a joke. I can absolutely understand people who tell me that they can't afford it. I'm like, I technically can't really afford it. It's really like, it's a small drain on my on um, my economies, my money. But it's the, I've tried some of the free softwares, but it just didn't pan out. Like I would, it was working fine until at some point it just crashed and I lost everything I was doing. So yeah, I was like, well, you know, the tool is only good as long as it helps me do my job, and if I waste a lot of time because the tool is not working properly for me, this is not really helping me, the fact that it's free, because it's eating up way too much time, and that's time that I can't put on something else. Holbein as Opera Rose is really nice. Oh, hi, Patricia. Yeah, it's a bit it's a bit scary to be on camera, but I'm telling myself that it's small and it's overexposed. So there. No. Yeah, I am glowing, but that's the camera. That's the magic of overexposed footage. Ah, you guys are being way too nice. Yes, I did. I sketched these in a live stream quite some time ago, and the idea was to come up with some nicer hamster sticker than what was available, because apparently anyway, it would seem that on Redbubble most of the sticker hamsters were of dwarf hamsters. I am not super knowledgeable when it comes to hamsters, but anyway, and Otto was saying to me that she was a bit bummed that there weren't any that were like Jazz, and I was like, what? But Jazz is so cute, this won't do. So I started doodling hamsters because they are super fun to. I have a great time when I doodle hamsters. Like, they're just like round and fluffy and funny. So I started doodling these, then I kind of forgot, and then I kind of remembered. So that's where we're at. Yes, this is a digital brush that I made myself. It has a really absurd name because it was for a pitch. A pitch? You know, a job pitch, if you kind of know what that is. But anyway, and the brush is called, well, the French for mammoth. So it doesn't make much sense, but I ended up really liking this brush, so I kept it. And it's sort of my go-to brush for drawing. What I like of it is that it can go from super small to thick. And it's not too blurry, because standard Photoshop brushes get really blurry. And it's really annoying. Well, this one is not so bad. But anyway, like it used to be an issue with Photoshop. Perhaps they fixed it. I've been using Photoshop for like 20 years. So maybe I still have some some bad stuff from previous versions in my brain, but they actually fixed it. Hey, Jit, hi! Yeah, I think the thing about forgetting and then remembering is really relatable. Yeah, I'm always like shuffling stuff around because of limited space. So I put these sketches in a pile with some other stuff, and then when later I was cleaning up, and then I picked up the pile and I was like, what is this? And I looked through it and I was like, oh, the hamster sketches, nice. I really need to do some stickers with those because I think that would be fun. And I really like the quality of the Redbubble stickers, so that's what I'm going to do with these. Okay, so one little guy, save, new layer. Oh, cool. Okay, some on Instagram. Where's my my phone is charging. Crud. I keep looking on the side because that's the gap between the workstation and my tablet that I can see my keyboard. And I've tried, you know, to have a kind of a numpad and you reprogram the numbers to be certain functions, but in the end, when you are really used to a pipeline, it's kind of really difficult to change it. So I still do the like look to the side and put my hand on the shortcuts under there. Did anyone buy anything during the Jackson's watercolor sale? By the way, if you haven't, you still have time to do so. They have some really nice sales going on. Did I get something? Nah, I didn't buy anything yet. Not saying it's not gonna, oh no, I bought a couple of tubes of Lucas watercolor. Yeah, that's what I did. I knew I had done something. Jit is saying that they gave up on Photoshop for drawing and stuck up with Sai instead. I used to mostly draw with Sai because of that. Sai, paint tool Sai has amazing line quality. Like, it's out of this world. And you're like, well, what are you doing, Photoshop? Like, Sai has been doing this for ages, and you're like, nah, line difficult. And you're like, no, not a good reason. So, yeah, I used to do, and Sai costs like what, $60–70, so it's super affordable, and you have the license and it's yours. So yeah, I love Sai for inking. It's just that for all the adjustments and like stuff like outlines and all the more effect side of things, Photoshop is really more what I'm used to, so that's why I do this in Photoshop. But I really love Sai. It's my other go-to software. Yeah, I have some stickers on Redbubble. I have the dragon, you know, the channel dragon with the art supplies horde. I have a bunch of cats because you know me. I have the mermaid, which I gotta say I really like. It makes me happy. And yeah, and there's gonna be some hamsters, and I really should do more stickers because I love stickers and I put stickers on every sketchbook I have, and like it feels weird that I don't do more stickers myself. Oh, hi Dan. And Zoe. Oh no, Lee, did you buy a lot of paint from Jackson? I got a ridiculous amount of white knights and some paper samples. That sounds amazing, Victoria. That sounds like a good deal. After making some other questionable purchases. Okay, there was a question. Kiharu is saying, I am working on a portfolio to apply at art school. Any tips maybe? Tu peux la montrer à la caméra si tu veux. Je sais pas si ça va bien montrer. Ah, elle est un peu blastée. Dommage. Pico has fallen asleep into the pile of clean laundry, and she's basically like a melted caramel. It's the melted caramel cat. Si tu me l'envoies par image, je pourrais la montrer. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up on chat. I was distracted by kitten. Yeah. Well, Otto, now's the time to buy the watercolors, right? It's on sale. If you're gonna spend money, try to get the most bang for your buck. That's what I say. Oh, thank you, Dan. I really need to make more cat stickers for Redbubble and then get myself a bunch of them so I can like put them. Sometimes I put them into orders, or I like to send them into Happy Mail. Oh, thanks for the link, Otto. The link to my Redbubble. Doop doop doop. By mystery, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm all caught up, I think. Yeah, for a portfolio, it really depends on what kind of job you want to apply to. There are possibly people that are more like experienced and knowledgeable about this stuff online that have maybe more intelligent stuff to say. From my experience, I would try to go for what you think you will enjoy doing. Put that in your portfolio. Like when I was in animation studies, I knew I didn't like doing layouts. So when came the time to put my portfolio together, layouts were the first thing to go. I was like, nope, I don't want to be hired for this. I'm gonna be miserable if I get hired for this. And I don't feel like misery is like the end goal here. Some people will say, yeah, but a job is a job, and you're like, yeah, but being miserable is miserable, you know. I've had quite enough of that, which is why I'm on YouTube now. But yeah, try to put in the stuff you want to do, and hopefully you will get a job you actually like doing. Because what happens often is that when you get a job, you get known for that, and when you get known for that, you get rehired for that. So if you get hired for doing animation, say, well, then you're gonna always get hired for animation, because the people that know you in the industry, they know you for animation. So if you got in for animation but actually you wanted to do something else, it's going to be more difficult to switch to something else the more you get jobs on animation for animation. Don't know if that makes sense. Okay, I got some cat pictures. I gotta download these. How do I? Okay. Aww. Okay. Kitty. No, give me the kitty. Where is it? Okay, come on. Struggling. Double display. Okay, cat. I'm gonna make it. How's the fatty tea going? I kind of stopped doing keto. We're not talking about diet. I'm just gonna say that I stopped doing keto. End of it. So I haven't had much fatty tea in a while. Sometimes I miss it, but it's a bit hard to justify hot fatty drink when it's 1,000,000,000 degrees out. So that's one kitty. Let me get another kitty. Oh yeah, fine, awesome. Another kitty. Yeah, Do I show the picture that's like the incredibly messy bedroom? No, I will not. I will keep that one for myself, I think. It's normal to be messy because we are doing laundry, right? Right? And we have Kitty and Squirrel. Yeah, that's gonna be my my quote for 2018. Being miserable is miserable. Does anyone know when the Jackson sale ends? Well, it's 4 days and it started yesterday. So doop doop. Catching up, catching up. Today I have just water with me. Roger. Oh yeah. It's so hot. I am not good for this. This weather is the worst, isn't it? It's like it's disgusting. Okay, back to the hamsters. But yeah, I'm not having the fatty tea for now. Oh yeah, Heather, that's so bad timing. I will say send you a bunch of paints though to help. I cannot really help with money, but I can send you a bunch of paints, so that's what I will do. It will be your own sort of watercolor wholesale thing. Unless you would rather not get a bunch of pans, but people are usually happy to get a bunch of watercolor pens in the mail. Usually. It's not exactly a heat wave. Today is better than it's been, but we still get like over 30 degrees of feels like weather almost every day. And it never really gets super cool at night. And besides, with our apartment, it's kind of difficult to have the windows open at night. So it never really cools down. So it's just slowly increasing in heat all the time. No, but I'm happy to, Heather. Like it makes me sad that all this bad stuff has been happening, and I wish I could do something, and I cannot do much, but that I can do, and I'm happy to. Besides, like it's gonna be like a birthday, Christmas surprise, all kinds of gift together. And besides, I need to send you all the drawings of Crystal I did, right? So I will just like put everything together and... Okay, next hamster. So I wasn't really sure what to do here. I doodled like two of them, and I feel like the first one, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, the first one, I wanted the hamster to be digging, and I don't know if that comes across. And this was the other sketch of the hamsters digging that I had done, but it looks a bit like the hamster is scouring. So I'm not quite sure what to do at this point. Like, should I only draw one of them, or does it need to be reworked to communicate better? Does anyone have lightbox recommendation? How big of a lightbox do you need, Lee? Like all the super flat light tablet, they work really well. The one I got from DB Meyer, I still use, and I really, really like it. And yes, what's up with Sue, Grace? Poor animals in the heat, they really don't know what to do. Okay, so the left one seems to be the most Okay, I will start on the left one, and yeah. I was thinking that perhaps I could color this with, like, use the same base drawing but have different colors of hamsters, because it seems like there are more than one, and I was like, why not? It's not a lot of work for me, and it might be super appreciated from people who have hamsters to be able to choose a color that fits better with their favorite hamster color. Sai has, well, Paint to Sai, which is another drawing software, has one feature that I'm so bummed that Photoshop doesn't have. And it's the ability to flip the canvas, but not permanently, like just for drawing. Like you can quickly flip vertically. Anyway, you can quickly flip the canvas, and that's really handy when you want to draw lines in a way that you're more comfortable. So yeah. Oh no, poor Sue. Whoa. So, Heather, you had basically just a pile of blankets with a tail, like, coming out of the blankets? That's so funny. Oh, thank you. It's a bit, probably a bit more bright than it actually is because of the footage that's overexposed. But yeah, I'm definitely a redhead. And you know what? I was super... Okay, just a quick announcement, quick info before I continue with this ramble. But redheads generally, and other people as well, but redheads, it's a given, we don't take the sun well. I've never seen a redhead that could tolerate the sun. Basically, you just burn to a crisp. That's all. And in my mom's side of the family, there's been a lot of cases of skin cancer, and I have an aunt that has died from it. So it's a serious thing on this side of the family, because um, like everyone has a skin that's sensitive to it, and like my aunt in the 80s and the 70s, she would like bake herself under the sun. She was not a redhead, but she had like a lighter skin, and she would still get a lot of sun. So well, it didn't end well. So I know the sun is not good for me. But another thing that's not super awesome is sunscreen. Sunscreen is gross. It is really gross. Like, it feels yucky, and ah, I have a blockage with sunscreen. So long story short, I ended up getting an umbrella, a sunbrella. And I'm finally at the age where I don't really care what people think of my sunbrella when I go outside, because I'm like, fine, you get all this sunburned crispy skin. I'm gonna be under the shade of my sunbrella. And actually I was like testing it out for the first time yesterday, and I met up with a dude, a man on kind of the motorized wheelchair, and he crossed me, and he just said, oh, that's intelligent, and he kept on, and I was like, huh, well, awesome. I'm just glad that maybe people are getting more aware that the sun is a crappy thing. It's only good for plants, and even then. Oh no. Oh, I'm glad that you guys in the chat understand the issue of the like super sensitive skin. It's just it never, like, people used to tell me like, well, why don't you go outside and take a bit of the sun? You're so pale. And I'm like, I can't. If I go outside, I'm gonna burn first. First thing, I'm gonna be like beet red, and then when it finally heals, I'm not gonna get a tan. I'm only gonna get perhaps I don't know what it's called, freckles. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple of freckles if I'm lucky. But basically, I'm only just stressing my skin to the point where it might end up as a cancer. So I will not go outside to get a bit of the sun just for the sake of you thinking I'm not so pale. I mean, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I just hate this. Yeah, and I've also got ordered a couple of protective sleeves, the kind that people who do a lot of cycling have. But yeah, I mean, oh, I'm glad. Ethereal Ode is saying that they wear protective clothing. Yes. Japanese ladies use sunbrellas all the time. They know what's up. Ah, I'm awesome. I feel so happy with my sunbrella. It's like, why aren't these things everywhere? Like, ugh. Yeah, I don't like, I'm really pale. Oh yeah, that's really funny. Everyone is like, no, I don't tan either. Dan is saying that he tanned a bit after the burn went away, but it's more like traditional white now rather than high white. Yeah, hats are mandatory, but hats when it's like a billion degrees out, they are not super comfortable. Like, I'm super annoyed because I would like part of enjoying to be outside is not being annoyed by everything that includes sunscreen and hats. So that's why I'm super happy I got this umbrella. Besides, it has cats on it, so. But yeah, it's like I can carry this with me, and it provides shade mostly for the upper half of the body. But it's awesome. You don't have to wear a hat, so you can enjoy like the wind and the breeze and not end up like a mess, a sweaty mess. And it's no sunscreen. Hey, Connie, hi. Yes, it's a hamster butt. They might be called parasols, but I prefer sunbrella. I know about Uniqlo, but they don't have a lot of large sizes. Like it would fit in terms of length, just not in terms of width. Ah, big straw hat. That would be so cool, Grace. Oh, I've had some really gnarly burns when I was a kid, and that's with the fact that like my mom knew that we had like a great need of sunscreen, so she would always slather us in sunscreen. But when kids, you know, you go play in the sand, you go play on the beach, you don't really care, um, you know, about reapplying all the time, and you sort of lose a lot of it. But I would come back, and a couple of days after it was there, I would peel. Like literally, you could grab like skin and just peel it off. And I had all kinds of, you know, you get a sunburn when you're in a bathing suit, so you get all sorts of weird shapes of sunburns, like head, ears, weird like bathing suit shapes. The back was the worst all the time. So yeah, I'm really not super psyched for it. I will check Uniqlo. The men's size, yeah. That's a good idea. Grace, if you have access to what is commonly referred to as a Chinatown, perhaps you can get one of the super awesome, like, I don't know what they're made of, I'm sorry, but you know, the iconic hats. They might cost less than $30, and they would essentially do the same thing as the big straw hat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I agree that if you got one in Amish store, it would be pretty top notch. Like they definitely have the craftsmanship for that kind of thing. Yeah, it is. It is. That's what it is. It's a hamster burrowing into I don't know what the word in English is for the wooden thingies that make up the hamster's bed. It's called a hip in French. Hmm. I think Heather was mentioning if I could rotate the workspace. I can, but that's a feature that was introduced kind of late to Photoshop. Like there were so many other softwares that could do this before Photoshop finally figured a way how to do it. Not really liking the shape of these. Ah, I have plenty of hairs and cat hairs in my face, and it's super annoying. What tablet do you use? I have a Cintiq. Oh, bye Genevieve. I have a Cintiq, one of the older ones. It's what is it? Where are you? It's a 12-inch, I think. It's kind of a older model. It's called the Rip. Yeah, the shavings, the kind of wood shavings. It's just called Rip. They have it for bunnies and hamsters. We call them substrate these days in the hamster world. Hamster care has gone up so much since the last time I had a hamster. It's really good for hammies. That's awesome. That's really great. Guess it sort of like helps people to take better care of the hamsters as well. cat hairs in face at the havoc level. Oof. That's like being Santa Claus. Ah, thank you, Paulo. I wasn't sure about having the face cam, but I figured that it would be perhaps a bit more interesting than just the digital live stream. And since you've mostly all seen my face in the thing with Marty and Steve, it's nothing new really. You can't use pine shavings for hamsters because it plays up their respiratory system. Oh yeah, ooh. I use paper-based substrate. Huh. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, Otto has a face cam and Dan has one too, and like I felt like I was not pressured at all, but I was like, you know, I don't really have a way out of this, I think. So how does this look? Yeah, it's my face. It's nice to see you, Connie. I hope you're doing well. Oh, that's right. Cyan also has a face cam. And you have like a super top quality face cam too, if I remember well. Oh, bye Avery. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great lunch. What do you guys eat when it's like super duper? I'm gonna steal you one of these days. Only if I can steal you back. But yeah, what do you guys kind of eat when it's super hot? I'm sort of like I'm not a super patient cook anyway, and I don't really enjoy cooking. So when it's like super hot, it's either I eat like really bad things or like I struggle to find ways to. I've made salads, but I'm not a fan of salads. But I've made them because they are well suited to this weather. That's a fact. But aside from that, like I had ramen. Ramen was my lunch for the last few days because I had some that I had to finish. So what do you do? So I would prepare them and just leave them for like one hour on the counter until they get cool, and eat my ramen cool because it was like too hot. Ah, cucumbers and watermelons. Right, I'm buying a bunch of that. I cannot have yogurt because it's a dairy, but perhaps soft tofu would be nice. It's not creamy, but it takes the cool. It's really nice cold. Yeah, but now I gotta get some watermelon. Hopefully they will have some nice ones at the grocery store. Ice cream. Speaking of ice cream, I don't get that often, but I finally found the Ben & Jerry's dairy-free, the fudge flavor. And I'm glad I did. I'm only gonna buy it once in my life. But I'm super glad I was able to test it. Because, yeah. I'm absolutely in favor of dairy-free things. Just because it's great to have more options, you know. I don't want them to stop having the cream things, but it's just such a bummer when you want to eat something and there's like no options at all for your dietary restrictions. It's like, well, I would have thrown my money at you, but you don't want it, so. pasta salads with fresh cut tomatoes, basil, and a little of olive oil. Sounds amazing. You can grate cucumber, sprinkle it with salt, squeeze the water out, squeeze some lime, salt and pepper. Really cool. Lime is delicious. Yeah, I've been buying like the Israeli couscous, the big one. And I love that it's super easy to do. Like you can do it in a pan. Like after you've cooked all the vegetables and all that, you just add the water, add the couscous, and ta-da! Super awesome for lazy people or people who don't like cooking. Okay, so next step that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pick any kind of flashy colors. I usually go for neon green. Cyan's gonna like it. But I just fill in the shape with one color so that I know if I could probably do this like intelligently and use the wand for this one. Yeah, let's be clever about this. And there I go. Tabbouleh is really tasty as well, but I usually make it with I don't put any tomatoes in it because I am unable to eat raw tomatoes. Frozen grapes are really delicious also in the summer. Do you remember the brand? The brand of what? A radioactive hammo. Yes, a radioactive hamster. What? That sounds so delicious. Connie is saying that she eats slices of lemon too, but they have a huge. It's like a huge lemon, but it's not a pelmo. It's cedro in Italian, and that's basically a spongier lemon that you can eat raw like a fruit. that sounds amazing. I wish I had yuzu. Oh man, yuzu. Okay, let's see if I can do the same thing with this other hammy. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using the wand selection tool to quickly select, and it works because I have closed the drawing has no opening in the lines, so I can quickly make radioactive hamsters. I think the last one might be trickier. Yeah. No? What? Okay. Oh, well, no, it's okay for the pasta recipe, Massimiliano. I'm so used to it that I can sub it. Like I could put bell peppers in it. Or, you know, something else. Like it's still a good idea, and basil is basically good with anything. So, yeah. I'm really used to going around tomatoes and stuff. I'm oh, of the couscous, the super large one, I have to get it from nuts.com. Because the only one I had to like regular couscous I can get like no problem at the grocery store. The only Israeli couscous they have at the grocery store is like $12 for 600 grams, which is insane. So I buy like huge bags from nuts.com. If you're in the US, you should definitely check out nuts.com because like free shipping is what, $59 for you guys, and they have like super awesome tasty stuff on there. Like the dried organic mangoes are delicious. The dried organic persimmons, kakis are delicious, and they have like the super big couscous. I'm gonna make everyone hungry with this this chat of food. Oops. Yeah, it's absurd. Connie, I tried to do that like with the raw tomatoes because I would get the same problem. Like it just blocks around here and I cannot swallow it. So it makes me ill. And when I was a kid, I remember I was on a friend's yard and they had cherry tomatoes and they were super cute, super awesome, super ripe. And I was like, how can I not like this thing? It is super cute. It is ripe. I like ketchup. I like tomato sauce. I like all the stuff that's made with tomatoes, but I cannot eat raw tomatoes, and even chunk of cooked tomatoes are problematic. So I was like, this is stupid. I'm gonna eat this thing and I'm gonna enjoy it. And I did not. That didn't work. And I was like, okay, well, I really gave it like 110% and still couldn't make it happen. So yeah, but I can tell just by smelling raw tomatoes, I know that I'm not gonna enjoy this. No, you squished it. What? So yeah, I tried a lot for tomatoes, but I've given up on it, and just because I believe that perhaps it's just not something that is meant to happen for me. And besides, Mr. E doesn't like raw tomatoes as well, so it's really not an issue for us to just skip it. We just don't eat it. So I'm sorting up my layers a bit, getting rid of all the sketches, keeping the hamsters. I will save. I have a friend who cannot eat bell peppers at all. Like, same reaction I get to raw tomatoes, she gets with bell peppers. And it's not really an allergy because there is not like side effect to eating them. But oh, perhaps that's what happened. But I tried to like eat the cherry tomato whole, and it's just something that's not meant to be. I cannot. I like ketchup though, and tomato sauce. Like I much prefer tomato sauce to pasta. So when I make pasta, I usually have like a bowl of sauce with pasta in it. Bell peppers for breakfast. Bell peppers. Do you guys? What's your favorite bell peppers? If you can heat them. Okay, so what do I do now in terms of colors for this guy? Jazz is kind of this brownish color, but perhaps a bit more gray, right? red peppers. That's funny because a lot of people, they really enjoy the sweet peppers the most, but I prefer green peppers and like the yellow ones, like the least sweet ones. Not that I won't mind if there is red pepper in something, I will eat it, but if I'm at the store and I have to choose between the 4 standard colors of pepper, I tend to prefer the unripe ones, like the green and yellows. Just so funny because not only are people divided between liking bell peppers or not, but then you get a second divide between which colors of peppers are actually. That's a bit, that's not exactly the right color. That's a bit too gray. It's really difficult to gauge color because none of my screens are calibrated, so perhaps I should prop up the just gonna make my references visible for me at all times. So sorry. Yep, you saw me burp on camera. Well, yeah, here the bell peppers are taste different. The red and orange ones are like the sweetest, and the yellow is still sweet, but it's less sweet than the other ones, and the green peppers are not really sweet at all. We also get like weird colors in the summer because of the farmers market. Like you have light yellow and light purple and deep purple, and basically green, light yellow, and light purple are not sweet, and the regular yellow, orange, red, and deep purple are sweet. Yeah, purple peppers. Hold on. Purple bell peppers, they are pretty great. Okay, let me try to slide this over here. So basically, yeah, you get some that are like lighter purple. Like you can still see, like the skin will be a bit transparent, and you will see a bit of the green flesh underneath. And some of them get a bit darker, and they're more sweet, if I remember well. But that's basically purple pepper. Seems like you have some that are perhaps spicy, but we really used to have the bell pepper type at the farmer's market when I was a kid. And I will see if I can get the light yellow ones. Yeah, basically these ones. Like this. Yeah, I guess they are white bell peppers, but yeah. Yeah, it does look like an eggplant or aubergine. Yeah. Mixed colors? Really? Or is it... Huh. Red, yellow, and green and mixed. I think we get orange because orange is possibly like somewhere between... Like perhaps... I don't know how they get to the orange one finally, but we get orange peppers as well. Okay, so where is my... Okay, there it is. I'm not quite sure how to go about the coloring work of this. I'm thinking that perhaps it would do better like to be solid colors. So I'm just gonna be like sketching around on this. This is a separate layer. And if I end up with something I like, I will refine it up, like make it pretty. Huh, that's so cool. A multicolored pepper. Hold on, I need to put some color onto this thing. It's supposed to be a big P. Oh, a tiny hamster bear. That's adorable. Can you hear the cicadas chanting outside? Ugh. Oh, yay! I'm glad that James recognized Jazz. What about the tail? I don't have any pictures of hamster tails. Is it pink as well? Or is it lighter colored like the nose or the ears? Just gonna try a couple of things to add a bit of interest into the picture, but they might like none of them might work, and I will just throw them away in the garbage. That's fine. Something that happens. Oh no, that's the sad part of it. of the garden. It's always when you gotta pick the food up. But I mean, that's what it's there for. So yeah, of course we gotta pick it up. But I always feel sorry. I was trying to grow a couple of things just out of curiosity, but then the first heat wave came by and like everything died. I'm definitely not a green thumb, so I just forgot that I should probably like water these and yeah, and they all none of them made it, and it's entirely my fault. I'm so sorry, plants. Eye bags? What? Yeah. Well, I think we're all perhaps very proficient at growing eye bags. I know mines are really like coming up nicely as well. Oh well, I'm glad that at least there's one thing out there that enjoys to eat. The vanilla plant, Cyan's vanilla plant, is enjoying all this disgusting heat. Yuck. Yuck. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised that the pumpkins are not happy. I guess every kind of squash like they are often like really, what's the word I'm looking for? They need a lot of water, perhaps. That's what I'm trying to. Oh, pinktail, awesome. That's what I was like not sure about. That's so, aww. Is it something like that? the last thing I like to do, I think I will add a bit of texture on top. Texture is incredibly useful when you are working with stuff that you are not quite sure will print well. And adding a texture on top of it is usually super awesome to create the gradation. But that's Photoshop. I am using Photoshop. So it's really faint, but you can kind of see in my screen here. But it adds like a bit of a watercolor texture on top of the art, and that makes it that if it has to print gradients, it's not going to print in bands. It gives it a chance to render more properly. Right, so I think that's one hammy that's mostly done. I will group this one, call it hammy 1. Okay. I think I'll make a bunch of jazz to start, and then it will be easier for me to edit the other ones once I have a starting point. Well, it's kind of because it was your birthday that I got this idea, so yeah, feels appropriate. No, why is okay, hold on, my computer is acting up. Oh no, it just crashed. Just called it quit. Yep, that's a thing that happens. And I hope I had saved after the first hamster. Hold on, Photoshop is booting up. Oh, it recovered my file. Or did it? No, it did not recover the proper one. Hold on. Yeah, the wallpaper was my birthday wallpaper for last birthday. It's basically me being the grand cat wizard teaching all my cat children how to do magic. Yeah, Photoshop really just went, nope. I am done with this. It happens sometimes. Alright, so I will pick up with the file that it somehow saved. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think I've seen someone um just like how Otto doesn't really look her age. It's just what? No. No way, nah. Stop lying. I've been told that I don't do my age. I don't look my age either, but yeah. I don't know if you've seen the drawing Otto. Oh no, I don't think the pink tail made it. Crud. Oh yeah, and my texture didn't make it either. What? Hold on. Good, good eye. Oh, what? Oh wow, that's what I had saved. So yeah, the recovered file is still an improvement, but it's not perfect. It's still missing a bunch of things. Okay, pink tail is coming back. Yeah. The drawing is exactly that. It's you basically have a drawing of an Asian woman, and she's like it's like 20 and she looks a certain way, and 30 it's the same look, 40 same thing, 50 same thing, 60 same thing, 70 same thing, and 80 now she becomes like the short Asian woman with the curly hair. Like all of a sudden she looks like a grandma. I just thought it was funny. It's perhaps quite stupid, but it's a good visual gag. Yeah. In terms of visual gag, it works well. Do 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 do. That was a car. Aw, that's so nice. Thank you so much, James. I'm glad that the hamsters are delivering. Alright, so that's all fixed, but I still need this so I can pick up the colors. What's the redhead curse? Is there a redhead curse? Yeah, I agree. Like, if we're being told that we look younger, better to enjoy it. Ah, sun damage. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. This needs to be a bit bigger to be useful. Doom, doom. Like, I have two screens. I have the tablet that you guys are only seeing the tablet, but on my other main screen, I have a bunch of stuff. I have the chat. I have a copy of what I'm drawing, but smaller, so I can see if like the colors read well on the smaller scale, because these are gonna be printed like possibly smaller, so it helps to work a bit bigger, but it also helps to keep an eye on what it looks like when it's small, so you don't add details where it's not needed. Never try to look younger than you are. I just try to be comfortable. And that hamster doesn't have any whiskers. How's your cat Scratch healing up, Heather? No. Proper layer. Plop. Ah. I think laundry does attract the animals, because mine are probably sleeping in it right now. Like, never mind that it's 1,000,000,000 degrees outside, they're still sleeping in the hot laundry. Scout likes to burrow into the pile of stuff and just make a nest and sleep in there. And she becomes like so freaking hot. And we're like, why? Kitty, don't you... What have I done? Okay, that's fine. What is this? Okay, that's good. So yeah, basically like really hot kitty. When it's already hot outside. Yikes! The right paw is not pink. What? Oh yeah, this one here. It's in the back, so it's kind of hard to see. It's gonna be super tiny when it's actually a sticker. Right. Save. I think Ruka, Science Puppy, is probably, or will soon be at the age where they eat everything. Which is a bit annoying when you are trying to not get everything, like, ruined. But that's just you gotta give them stuff to chew on because they're doing their teeth. So yeah. Connie, that's really funny. Ah, 117 degrees. Yuck. Blah. Told her I cover my face in blood every night, you know, usual stuff. She was uncomfortable. That's got the Bathory stuff going on. What was her name? Elizabeth Bathory? Anyway. The weird vampire-ish woman. So, no, that's definitely not what I wanted. The purple butt. And pitchy nose. Is the purple butt a Doppler shift because he's just that fast? I think so. Oh no. Oh no, Heather. Well, I'm pretty sure if you tell the doctor, like, I have cats, it's gonna be like, oh, I see. Okay, so let's hopefully work on the last one. So what color is substrate? Is it more like paper color, like white or gray, or because if it's not the wood chips, then it's not like a beige tan color. Chess's one is white, but you can have the color of the rainbow. But I think wood chip, yeah, I also think wood chip would possibly be the most easy to understand. I will err in that kind of color range. That's a big ass brush. Okay, so wood shavings are still fine, but not pine. I think there is a kind of litter for cats that is made from pine, possibly. Oh, bye Ian. Thanks for being there. You can also use wood-based cat litter too. Not sure about the pine-based one. Litter made from nutshell. I've seen this one, yes. The cats here, they have the one that is made from newspaper. From like old magazines and old newspapers and that kind of stuff. It's mostly because it's the easiest for us to get. And they've had that one ever since they were kittens, so they're fine with it. It's not clumping, so perhaps that's not super interesting to many people, but I like that it's made from like crap recycled paper. So yeah. One thing I don't really get though is the scented litter. Like, I understand why people would want scented litter, but it is so bad for the cats that I'm like, someone hasn't done their homework. Scented litter is not great. Perfume, anyway, the what it sends, the smell, that's the word, the smell is gross. It's soy-based litter and it was purple? Whoa. Litter is from corn cobs. That's so cool. feline pine. Perhaps. I think we had bought a bag of feline pine before we got the kittens because we weren't quite sure what was going to be available to us. But as it turned out, the feline pine was quite difficult for us to get on a weekly basis. So we opted for the one made from newspapers. Oh yeah, perfume on cat poo. That's like... How much do you hate yourself? Like it's just gross. I mean, if it's a natural scent, sure, I don't mind. I'm just saying that when I see like you know, the cheap clumping litter with perfume at the grocery store, or you know, the more inexpensive one, there's always the one with perfume, and I'm like, does it really help? Is it really making a difference? Like, in the case of the super like cheaply made ones, the perfume could be like, the cat could become allergic to the perfume, and that's just another whole realm of problems. Besides, I mean, the cat, their noses are so sensitive that perhaps they're just like put off by the perfume. So if you get a cat that then doesn't want to go into the litter, that could be why, because like they find the perfume disgusting. Just think up the already stinky thing. Yeah. Peko is a really stinky cat. Like she doesn't bury your business, so it's just like there and it stinks. And we're always like, we gotta pick it up like right away. Otherwise it creates like this donut effect. Like you have the epicenter, like the litter box, and it spreads in a donut. Like the toxic smell spreads out. And if you hit the donut, then you're like, whoa, what? It stinks. But if you go either before or like if you go either side of the donut, it doesn't smell anything. It really spreads out in a donut of stink. And that's the way it is. So you basically gotta hold your breath, cross the donut, and then go pick up the poop. Oh, hi, Chantal. I'm sorry, I can't say Chantal. Chantal. It's one of those names that I struggle saying it in English. Yeah, the donut effect. We call it, it's in French, but we call it the stink donut. And that basically says what it is. It's a stink donut. Yeah, it's gross. Peko is gross. She's so stinky. I call her Stinky Butt. I don't. I wish I'm not knowledgeable, but I wish I understood why dogs will go for the litter box and eat what's in there. I cannot, for the life of me. There has to be something, like, it's since cats eat mostly a protein diet, they put out a lot of proteins. I don't know. Oh, yeah, awesome. I'm glad that Chantal en français is fine. That's a blessing. Are you, I don't remember, but are you from Quebec? What? Oh, Paulo, finally. I would give you hours so instantly if I could. Like, you could have all the heat we got here in Montreal. Take it, have it all. Oh, Saint Constant. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, so Lana is saying that their vet says that when dogs they eat the poop, it's because there's something missing in their diet, and when in the wild they eat the whole animal with the digestive system and would get the stuff that way. Huh. Interesting. That's interesting. So I guess that if the dogs who do that had that supplement in their diet, they would stop going for the less savory stuff outside. Yeah, it's equal parts fascinating and disgusting. That's really it. That's really the situation with that. It's such a... Oh, is it? Tu peux dire bonjour à tout le monde si tu veux. T'es un agent secret? C'est bon. Mes stickers de hamster s'en viennent bien. Ah, Connie, that's gross. It's the equivalent of a Mars bar, and it even looks like one, eh? Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Ew. Ew. No, that's so bad. That's so bad. Like, I knew that bunny eat their own poop. I think they eat like the greener ones that don't look as digest. I mean, there's even a coffee that's made from coffee beans that have been pooped out of an animal, but I don't know, like I've had to deal with cat poop and I just can't bridge the gap from the thing to deciding to eat it. Like it's so gross and it stinks. Oh my gosh, Otto. Yep, I think you chose the right hamster. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I can understand. You were both like, nope. Completely understandable reaction. That's interesting, Lana. Thanks for sharing the info in the chat. I won't repeat it perhaps out loud because I don't know what it is, so it might be super gross and I'm just not aware of it. And then I'm gonna be like, hey, this thing, and everybody's gonna be like, gross. But yeah. I wonder if the church bell ringings are being picked up by the mic. There's gotta be some event at the church nearby. was not broken. That was just really funny. Like it's such a good visual gag to be in this situation where like, hey, let's make this decision of getting a hamster, and then you look at two of them and one does the obvious thing that you will not pick him for. It's like, oh, not that one. That's easy done. Is Salam your cat, Connie? Is it a black cat? If it's a cat, I am not surprised that he decided to use the neighbor's vegetable garden as a toilet, because cats are jerk. Oh. It's the raccoon cat. Raccoon cat? I call Pico a raccoon. No, I will not be drawing that, Paulo. What? No, don't. Yeah, that's as Otto is saying. They were looking at two hamsters, and the one that did the absurd thing is not the one they picked. They picked the normal hamster, the one that does regular hamster stuff. Pico does it. Pico, well, usually they don't run away from their poop, but they will run out of the litter if it didn't go perfectly well. So basically, when we see the cats, like, not take 20 minutes to scratch at the sides, we gotta go check on them, because it might mean a bit of a booty scoot boogie. Okay, so I think I'm done with the stickers. Let me try to... I will have to end this stream in 10 minutes though. So that's sort of good timing, I guess. One of them doesn't have all the special effects on it. Okay. So that's basically the stickers. I will have to make sure that they connect well when they're made into stickers. So I will probably add... We'll bring back this, but I will use my old trick of using whatever colors, like this neon green, and I will go to this one, and I will just tie everything together like nicely, so that when Redbubble adds the white border around, they do the white border. This is not me who decides how the white border goes around this, but like if I give them something that already has a white area, they will just go around it, so it will not end up with disconnected pieces of the substrate, well, the wood chips in this case. I will probably have to test it out and edit this one, but I will start with giving them this this image with this area included. And I think I will also do something on the second hamster, because of the super tiny paws. I think it might be preferable if I... No, that's not what I wanted to do. If I like tie these together so it doesn't try to go in between to create its white border. It's gonna make for a smoother border if I give it a smoother outline. Something like that. They will go on sale as soon as I can upload them. I will let you know. It's supposed to be a Maine Coon. Okay, the raccoon cat is supposed to be a Maine Coon, but he was underdeveloped and they threw him away. What? We found him on the beach trying to go back to his box. The ones... Oh, what? 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 How could they do that? I'll never get it. I'll never understand abandoning pets. It's just I cannot make sense of this bullcrap. I'm glad you saved him. Holy moly. It was super fun to make jazz stickers. I'm glad you enjoy my rendition of a hamster. If you have any feedback, like if you don't like the small effects I put or the texture, you guys can let me know. I'm basically doing what I know, but it's not necessarily like the right solution for everything. So yeah, if you have comments, criticism, I can take it. Whoops, wrong color. Oh, jazz with flower crown. I will write this down. That's such a cute idea. Oh, I'm glad. Glad you like the way I draw hamsters. I really enjoyed drawing pudgy hamsters. Oh, that's horrible, Connie. That's just gnarly. Ugh, ugh. Breeders. Yikes. I don't just getting rid of the pets is just, regardless of if it's puppies or kittens or anything, it's just, to quote the the what's his name? I don't remember his name, but it's a character from Firefly, and he used to say there's a special hell. I do believe there's a special hell for people who mistreat animals. Did you send it to me on Instagram, Heather, or did you send it to me on Messenger? Because if it's on Instagram, I'm not sure I can access it on my computer. But if it's on Messenger, yes, I can show it. Yeah, humans are gross. Ew, humans. Ugh. Yeah, like there's a clear line, like if people are dumping animals, like you know that these people need to be dumped. I have no tolerance for violence or like mistreating animals. Oh, Connie. Firefly was awesome. The movie broke my heart in a million pieces. If you can send it to Messenger, Heather, that would be really awesome. Oh yeah, Serenity was like a stab in the heart. But Firefly was a lot of fun. So bummed that it only lasted for one season. What? What? So Grace is saying there was this fantastic dog poem book, and one said that every person that makes dogs fight makes gods get one step closer to giving the earth over to cockroaches. Oh, I'm glad you all sit here with me in the boat with the tag, like the name of the boat is People with Broken Hearts About Serenity the movie. Holy moly, I was like, hey, this is fine, this is fine, this is a great movie. No, this is not fine, this is not great. What is going on? I did not approve of this. Nope, 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 nope. Denial. Still denial. Of all these people. Crud. I've watched Dr. Arbel's sing-along blog. The only issue I have with it is that it's a musical and I am not capable of sitting through musicals. They just drive me insane. I cannot connect with them in any way. The moment they start singing, I just disconnect. I'm like, nobody starts singing like that. This is nonsense. And I just go away. But yeah, Nathan Fillion is pretty awesome. Recently, they did this short film about the Uncharted video game series, and he plays Nathan Drake, and it's perfect. It's just really good. If you haven't seen that, guys, we're gonna break up over the musicals. Oh. But yeah, the short movie they did about Uncharted was pretty fun. It was a really nice nice thing. Hold on, I will, instead of having something boring on the screen, I will try to find my here. Let's have some hamsters instead. Oh, bye, Cyan. Good luck with the puppy. Have I heard of Desiderata? Nope. Need to check that out. Yeah, that's another issue. Like, Just Within was pretty awesome back when he did Firefly, but there's sort of been issues with him a bit more lately, and it's nothing to the scope of what was it, Moffat? Stephen Moffat? Ugh, Stephen Moffat. But yeah, I just find it more difficult now to appreciate what he does. Though I gotta say, the first Avengers movie was really funny. I never took to Buffy, so are you gonna all be gone after I've said this? But yeah, I never really took to Buffy. It's just not for me. Love the hamster. Maybe some Petit Suisse next time. Ah, good. What's a Petit Suisse? It's Oh, I knew the word like not long ago. A chipmunk. Yeah, that's it. They gotta do what Supernatural did. Like they only they just never end. You don't have to reboot something that never ends, right? Oh, crystal butt. Hold on. Let me get these. And the cone of shame. I love what you did with the cone of shame. Heather, that's so funny. Open image. Hold on. I have more cat pictures for you guys. Okay, let's get this over here. Bloop. So this lovely kitty is Crystal. She is one of Heather's kitties, and the thing is that Crystal has a big, has a lot of stitches on her belly. She has a wound there that needs healing, and she kind of keeps biting at her stitches. So she got the cone of shame that Heather has decorated to match the. Aww. And it's written on the side, it's written, "Beware, I bite stitches." And then Crystal Butt. That's so funny. She's made a nest for herself. She's like, I'm so happy. This is so warm and comfy. But yeah, I mean, I got nothing against Buffy. I tried to watch it, and I think I tried when I was a bit too old for it as well. So I never really got into it. But I got nothing against it. It's just, it doesn't appeal to me. I prefer Supernatural because for some reason I kind of got more into it. It just became so silly and not serious really early on. Like right in the third season of Supernatural, you get episodes with the Trickster character that are just amazing, and it's so funny. And I was like, okay, this show is not like all serious all the time, and that's what grabbed me about it. It's what I liked about X-Files too, and it's why I dropped X-Files at some point, because it was trying to be too serious all the time, and I just can't. I mean, when you got a premise like X-Files that I know is a bunch of rubbish. And yeah, also Supernatural has Jensen Ackles, I agree. Like plaid, gruff, pies, and burgers. Win. Because Jensen Ackles, that's why. Yep. Yep. I'm glad. I'm glad we all agree on this. And I love the guys, they look like they're still enjoying filming these things so much. Like they look like they're having fun, and that it's really fun for them to continue filming, and it's campy but on purpose. I really like it. Sorry, that was my Supernatural fan rant. Right, it's 4 p.m. here. I'm gonna have to close everything up. Oh wow, Otto, you're middle of season 2 of Battlestar Galactica. Another one I tried, but I didn't catch it. That's really true. Connie is saying that they're family, and with the Supernatural cast, it really feels like that. It feels like everyone is a friend of everyone else, and that's why they keep having seasons after season of the show. And for some weird reason, every time they have a new season, they have like, it starts and it's kind of awesome because it picks up from where it left off at the big cliffhanger, and then you have like stuff going on, good, maybe less good at times, but they always find a good hook at the end. And then you're like, ah, this will possibly be the last season I watch. And you get to the end and you get the hook at the end, and you're like, huh, I'm gonna have to watch the beginning of the next season. And once you do that, you're in for the whole season again. So fine. I'm good with it. Oh, and Misha, yeah, Misha Castiel is also amazing. Like everyone is a lot of fun. You got Crowley and Simon Dean and Castiel and all like the recurring character. When they brought back the ghost hunter guys, like with their stupid reality TV show. Anyway, it was great. That's also why they have such great conventions. I bet the Supernatural conventions look like a lot of fun. The pictures that come out of it with the actors are always incredibly funny. There's always something silly going on, and more often than not, it's Jensen and Jared being like super silly. I love it. I love it. Like, it's not necessarily good, but it's fun to watch, and the whole cast is really fun. So yeah. All right, so my face hurts from talking so much. All right, so that's it for today. I will put these on Redbubble as soon as I can, and possibly work on new other colors for the hamsters. So thank you everyone for being here today. It's been pretty awesome. I'm glad you decided to stick around, even if it's not a traditional painting stream, even if it was more of a digital one. And yeah, I think it went well. Got some work done. So thanks everyone for being there. I want to thank Otto for being super awesome again. and being a great mod. I have a small notice before I leave. There won't be any Caturday live stream next week. I might do a stream on Sunday perhaps, but I won't be able to stream on Saturday. So yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, no live stream next week, on Saturday at least, but I will try to make it up either Friday or Sunday. And yeah, have a great weekend, and I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope you're not having too much hot weather, because it sucks. But yeah, have fun guys, bye bye.